What's going on, folks? Today we are doing some surf perch fishing. It is currently about a couple weeks before Christmas, and we are having a nice little bit of warm-ish for the Pacific Northwest weather for this time of year. And the mountains are obviously not a place to really be screwing around too much. But that doesn't mean there's not a lot to do. So I'm going to show you how I set up my surf perch rig. Let's get everything we need. Obviously we had to go shopping. These are your baits if you're going to use bait. I'm also going to try doing a little bit of fly fishing for them today. But nevertheless, we're going to put this all together. We got some weights. These are pyramid weights. We got some swivels. And we have some corkies. I'll show you what those are for. I will. And if I didn't spend nothing. Okay. We got 20-pound monofilament. Give us a little bit of stretch in our line. And this would definitely be where we start out. So, oh, what a mess. I got a little bit disorganized, but that's okay. We don't need anything that big though. That's a chunk of lead. One of these little swivels right here. These are definitely going to come in handy. And I want one of these big guys right here. That's going to hold on to my weight. You need something with some heft on there. The way we are going to put this together, we're going to give ourselves a good bit of line. So let's start out. First, we're going to get these two attached together. Put that in. This is where your weight's going to go. I typically use the 3-ounce weight right here for the surf. That seems to be what I have found is my sweet spot. But everybody's different. Everyone's going to have their own little way of doing it. I'm sure there are other surf perch fishermen who would comment in the comment section saying that I'm doing it all wrong, but you know what? You do you. This is how I do it. This gives me enough lead to hold up to the surf, and it gives me enough weight to get way out there. Now, I know surf perch have a habit of hanging out really close, but I have also learned that the bigger surf perch and other fun things to catch tend to hang out a little bit deeper. So I try to get out there. Right here, we got our monofilament. And this is my favorite go-to knot. 2 loops right there. See, like that. Bring that down. And I'm going to twirl that about. It's like an improved clutch knot, but even better. Put that through. Put that through. From there, I cinch down. Boom. Just like that. That ain't coming off. And we're going to trim off some, but not all of the excess. Boom. And that went way over in there. Okay. Now, you're going to move down. We want to give ourselves a little bit of room. Maybe about so. Okay. And this is where I'm going to make my first little piece for a bait to hang on. And this is how I go about it. Right here. Take that like that. Maybe one more. Moisten that a little bit. I'm going to cinch down on that real good. Get that nice and tight in there. And you'll see what that's for in a second. And being that in Washington State, you can only do 2 hooks, I'm going to do one more a little bit further up. About right up there. And do the same thing. Cinch that down real good. See, that knot looked a whole lot better than the first one, but it's not a beauty contest. Alright, so we got these 2 things going on, right? Tighten that down real good. Give it a few tugs. You know, because if you don't tug it, a fish will, and if you don't want to find out that your stuff was no good when there's a fish on. So, well, I could have done that knot a little bit better, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Surf perch aren't that strong. Alright, and maybe give myself a little bit, maybe about there. Boop. Alright. Our next step that we're going to do, take the end that's sticking out the top, not the end that's coming out the side. Well, I take the end that's sticking out the side, excuse me, and I give that a little clip. It hangs off like that. See how that's not coming off? That's going to be, and I'm going to do the same thing, the one below it. This guy right here. Now, honestly, if you clip the wrong one, it's not the end of the world. It's not like you'll have to redo it. But that's where I found the most success. So there you go. See how this is just kind of set up like that? That's where we want it to be. from here. Corky here. The next step, I take these bobber stoppers. This ain't gonna win any beauty contest. It's not a brand new thing, but you know what? I'm not buying new stuff for every single thing. So we're gonna take this guy. We're gonna feed this through. You gotta be careful with these bobber stoppers. This thin little metal in here has a habit of breaking. You want to crimp like that. Give it a bit of a pinch. That way it has something to hold on to. This is where you come through. Like that. Okay? Now, you want to give it a little bit of moisture there. Or water or spit or some, saliva. And we're going to try to encourage that to go through. Don't be surprised if it breaks. Here we go. Truth be told, this is the second take that I did about that because it broke the first time. Alright, so we've got that bobber stopper on there. There's a reason that's there. Bobber stopper for the corky. Put the corky on. Right here. Corky, in theory, would help hold the line up a little bit more. It's not perfect, but you know what? It's better than nothing, and it'll keep it just from staying on the bottom completely. And here we're going to take one of our swivels. Boy, I bought a lot of these things. And we're going to put that on. Here. Same type of knot, because this is my favorite type of knot. I'm going to put that through. And cinch down. Don't tell my dentist I did that. And excess bobber stopper, right? Bring that up. Now it's holding on to it right there. Next up, the hooks. Surf perch don't particularly have the biggest mouths, so we're going to use these little hooks. Now in Washington State, you cannot have a barb for your saltwater stuff, so we're going to pinch that barb nice and tight in there. Remove that. Making sure that's still pointy. Yes, that is. Right, we didn't dull it. Same with the other one. Alrighty. So that way we are ready to go on that. Next point, and the next step, we are going to tie our hooks on. You don't want to have too much, but you don't want to have too little. There's a sweet spot you want to get on there. But too much, these will just wrap around on your main line, and that's just a disaster. So you want just enough to know where it's going to be, and you want to kind of just see where it's sticking out to. So it's kind of about right there. All right? So take that. I'm going to put this through. Let's put this down without losing it. Same knot. Oops, but I want to cinch up on this a little bit. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. If I have this out too far, then I risk having it spinning around on there, and that's not good. Right, put that there. And we are going to start twisting. All right. in. Alrighty. That's nice and tight. Yes, it is. And we don't have too much on there. No, we don't. Okay. So we're going to clip off that excess. Alright. So that's this one right here. And we repeat for the next step. Same thing. This guy right here. This one's a little on the shorter side. You're alright. Take our hook. Bring it on through. Here. Give it some twists. Sometimes I actually need a little bit of assistance. This guy, just fine. I'll need a little bit of help. Alrighty. That is nice and tight on there. That ain't coming off. And clip off the excess. This right here is my setup to catch surf perch. Straight, simple, to the point, a little bit complicated, but you know what? It is better than having to buy something in a store and learn how to do it yourself. Let's go do some surf perch fishing. Alright everybody, let's do some fishing. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. Ooh, that is ripping hard. Step out of that. I made a little pocket for myself. Let's see. Is that a fish? Nope, that's just strong. Oh, that is a fish. Fish on. Fish on. We got a fish. First fish of the day. Yep, that's a fish. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we have here. Looks like maybe a sculpin. What we got? Oh, nope. Is that our first surf perch? There it is. First surf perch of the day, folks. Right there. And just like that, there you go. Proof that it works. That is reliable as it gets. One fish, not a very big fish, but it'll make a fish taco. It's very late fall, middle of December, getting close to winter. It's actually warm for this time of year, but that's an El Nino year, so at least it's not below freezing. But we still have the short days, and that's what we got to work with. So I didn't have very much time to fish as it was. Woke up late, whoops, and got out here. Only had a few hours really to work with, but at least we got something. I'm not going to do a catch and cook. This video is going to already be way long enough as it is. So with that being said, I'll catch y'all on the next video. Stay safe and happy holidays to everyone. Take care. Bye.